Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 30th episode of Geeks of the Roundtable. My name is Ren, and of course, I'm not alone. As always, I have my co-host with me, Zach Pope. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing good, man. It's a bright, early morning, but I'm ready to do this.
It is a bright early morning because we got some breaking news right away, and it pertains to a topic we'll approach more broadly in just a matter of minutes. But the full trailer for Borat 2, Borat, the subsequent movie film, is officially out. Zach, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
So I just watched Borat for the first time ever.
Yes, you did.
The whole thing, and I loved it. I thought it was great. For me, I thought, okay, this better not be a gimmick. You know what I mean? I hear it's coming out right before the election, and I'm like, okay, that just seems like a gimmick right there.
Mm-hmm.
After watching the trailer, I'll say this: loved the trailer, super funny. I really hope that wasn't all the funny moments, though. I really hope that wasn't.
I hope so too. You know what? I was watching the trailer, and there are a few moments where I cracked up. The part with the daughter was the one that was like, okay, this is really funny, but you cannot hold this for a 90-minute film. But then you see a lot of stuff where it's just him.
I agree.
It's not him with the daughter. So what I felt like we were going to see is that we're going to see a bunch of sketches just with Borat, because like Borat started as this, of course, fictional character, but that appeared on the Ali G show, which was Sacha Baron Cohen's original character, and then he had a movie. So I feel the movie will be more increments of just funny situations, but it's the typical Sacha Baron Cohen movie. Humor. And I love it. The part that had me die in this trailer particularly was the part where he's with his daughter, and he wants he wants to remove the baby because he put the baby inside his daughter. And you're like, you don't put the baby inside your daughter.
No, dude, I love that moment. I will say this though. So, did you read the reports about how he had to wear a bulletproof vest for a couple of the scenes?
Yes.
So I know what scene that was. So a couple months back, he went to one of the gun conventions, and there was videos of him singing, and in a suit and stuff.
Oh my
and
God.
No one knew it was Borat 2. Everyone just thought he was fucking doing his to fucking troll people. Yeah. But the suit he's wearing, the disguise, that's the same outfit. So I'm like, nice. Okay, so that's probably the scene he had to wear the bulletproof vest on.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, I'm excited. I really am. I hope it's good. I really do say this. Because everyone doesn't. The first film was nominated for best script. So I'm gonna say this. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really funny. I don't know if it'll be as good as the first one.
Yeah, don't let us know your full thoughts on the first one, because when we get to the actual topic of the movie actually existing and coming out right away, I want to get more of a full kind of review from you.
Yeah, definitely. So, but no, I'm excited, man. That trailer was great. I wish it was a little bit shorter, though. I'll say that. I wish it was a little bit shorter.
I agree with you there.
It was like, what, 3 minutes? And I was like...
3 minutes and something, but like the last 20 seconds were just the banner of the channel. At least the one I watched was like the banner of the channel or something like that.
Definitely.
All right, fellas, for everyone watching, before we start with Zach's game this week and then moving on to the news topics, don't forget that you can find us on Spotify and iTunes, and you can just listen to our beautiful voices and not seeing our ugly faces. All right, this week, what are you getting me?
So the game, you ready?
I am.
All right, so you have Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk.
Okay, the shows.
These characters must pop up in a movie coming up soon.
All right.
You must choose. You have Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Avengers.
Pretty easy. So She-Hulk for Spider-Man, Moon Knight for Doctor Strange, and Miss Marvel for the Avengers.
Okay, you know what's funny? I was gonna go completely different. I would have gone Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Avengers, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange.
That Miss Marvel on Spider-Man is not a bad choice at all. It's just, well, the game just came out, so I connected more with Avengers in general. But seeing that she's very young, Spider-Man is also very young, that would be a good mix.
And that's why I thought. And yeah, so let's get into our first topic then, man.
Let's, my friend. So our first topic today is about something that I just watched the finale of like an hour ago or something. The Boys, ladies and gentlemen, is getting a spin-off. It's going to be set in a college specifically for soups, and it's described as Sky High meets the Hunger Games. Now, I cannot talk about the Boys season finale specifically, but if you have watched me for any period of time, you know how much I love this show. It's my favorite show currently on TV. I am in love with this idea. I hope it is very different. I hope they just don't tackle the same exact issues in the same exact manner. Because especially if it is a college just for soups, we're going to just be following soups. There's not going to be a group of the boys inside that college. Because I don't know how you can pretend to have superpowers and then not have them.
Place during or after, or I would assume it's after.
I think it's during. Yeah, I think it's like in the same time period as everything right now is going on. Though with that finale, which we'll talk about in a bit with no spoilers, but I'm super excited for this. Details as far as I could find about showrunner, as far as I know, it's still Eric Kripke. It's still on Amazon, so I fully trust him. How are you feeling about the spin-off, Zach?
Yeah. Is it a show or a movie?
I think it's a show. Yeah, it's a show.
Okay, so I don't like that it's a show. I kind of wish it was just a movie, to be honest with you, just because now we're kind of creeping into that Walking Dead territory for me, where we talked about a little bit I think it was last episode or the episode before that, where there's 5 different fucking spinoffs for Walking Dead. Now, the boys are smart. They're doing it in season 2, and this will probably come out fairly a little bit after season 3, I'm assuming. Maybe even before, for all we know. But it looks like season 3 is more of they're ready to go on filming for that whenever they can. For me, it's like I've said, The Walking Dead, too many damn spinoffs at this point where I can't keep track. There's pretty much going to be 4 by 2022, which that's just a fucking joke. The Boys, it's at the height of its power right now.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's smart to have a spinoff. I just hope that it's not like, hey, we're gonna do this and this spinoff, and then we're gonna do another one soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I agree with you there.
I think. And then if you want to do other things, just do movies. Do something else in the world. I know a little bit a while ago there was rumors that they filmed a little Billy the Butcher short stuff, and I never saw that. I don't know what they're doing with those.
I saw it, but it's a very quick scene. It happens between the moment where you see him in the finale of the first season, waking up and seeing Becca and when she's alive, and then getting to the place where he wakes up in season 2, where he's like in the middle of a parking lot near a restaurant. And it's just a 4-minute short between those. No, sorry. My mistake. It's between when he wakes up in the parking lot and then when he finds the boys and comes in at the ending of the second episode of the season.
Oh, okay. Still though, yeah. I'm interested. To be honest with you, I would rather have a spinoff of Umbrella Academy.
Ooh.
I would rather have that
spinoff. Would it be like Sparrow Academy?
Maybe. Maybe. So I don't know, because how many spinoffs are we getting of The Witcher? I mean, 5 at this point. So,
I know, but I think this one works because the premise, yes, it's in the same world, but it's so different. Like from what we know on the show about Sparrow Academy, all of them are just evil assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as The Boys is concerned, they've already showed us that in this world, soups are not necessarily evil. So I think we can see a lot of typical college stuff, but with superpowers. Do they become assholes in college? Are they assholes from a very young age, depending on their family background? Do they get by the world itself and by the people they surround themselves with? I think it can be interesting. I'm obviously not as excited for this as I am for season 3 of The Boys. If you have to choose between one and the other, kill the spinoff right away.
100%.
But they, as you said, they are the height of the powers. Big thumbs up to season 2. That's as far as I can go at the moment.
I also have a question for you. Do you think with all the backlash they've had with fans, or more likely the general going audience, do you think the next season will be straight up just binge?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
No. In fact, I think they won't even release like the first 3 episodes together. I think it'll be
And
one
to be
episode
honest,
and
I'm with them on that. Don't.
I
Just do
agree.
one
I
a
agree,
week.
dude.
It's so much. Think about it.
It's
If
better
this
for
would've-
them. It's better for numbers. It's better for audiences. Because if they had come out with the whole season on September 4th or 3rd, whenever it came out, you and I would have covered it on a show. You and I would have done a review. That's it. The conversation's done. Because that's what happens with Netflix shows. Yeah.
Look at Umbrella Academy. Everyone talked about it for what, the weekend, and that's it.
Yeah. Look at Stranger Things. Even look at The Witcher. Look at The Witcher, which is one of my favorite shows. Maybe my favorite show on Netflix right now. And that's what happens. If you release it week to week, the conversation keeps going at least for the number of weeks that the show is on.
Netflix will eventually do that.
Oh, for sure. I think
they're testing it with some stuff. But not they're big players like Stranger Things, Witcher.
No, I think so. I think, in fact, Stranger Things season 4 could be their first big show to do that. Could be.
Damn.
Could be.
I'm gonna say this: if they did it, I wouldn't be pissed because, like, I hate it if I don't get a screener for Stranger Things, which they've never done screeners for Stranger Things unless you're fucking bright. No.
Oh.
Never. I remember the last season I asked for it. And they said they were only giving it to like Variety and the bigger groups. Wow.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be true. I didn't know anyone that actually got it. So that's my thing is that sucks. Because then from midnight, I literally watched the show in one sitting. I stayed up from midnight to 7 o'clock in the morning and watched the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
I didn't regret it. I loved the show. But like it's definitely way easier for me to watch it in bits than watching them one sitting. So I'm excited. But at the same time, I think Netflix also knows. I don't think they know that they can do that. I think it's a risk if they do because they've conditioned their fan bases. They've conditioned their people that this is the norm.
I agree with you, but now with more streaming services coming out, I see a counterpoint to that because everyone else is doing the weekly thing, or at least they're doing like the Amazon version of like take 2 or 3 episodes at once and then the rest comes weekly.
Yeah.
But no, man, I am super excited, and I hope they keep doing this weekly because even for me, who got only the first 3 episodes and have been getting the rest of the show weekly, it's much easier for me to cover them weekly. It feels more fun that way. It feels like I can talk about each episode.
Personally, I don't like reviewing. You know what? There's pros and cons to it. I don't love reviewing a full season. I also don't love reviewing each and every episode. That's just my personal opinion. But
no, I used to I wouldn't get screeners before, so I used to review entire seasons, and I don't particularly enjoy that because I just had to think about the season as a whole, and it was very difficult to try to remember everything. I always felt like I didn't have a full grasp on it.
Yeah.
But this experience, to me at least, with The Boys has been very, very good. Like, I watched the first 3 episodes, and that's enough, and I can talk about generally about setup, and then each episode I go into it a little bit, and now I'll be reviewing the finale, and then next week I will be talking about the whole season, knowing that I've already talked about each and every part of that season. So I don't know, man. To me, it really worked. So Zach, are you knighting or are you sending The Boys spinoff in college to the dungeon?
I'm gonna knight it. I just want to see who's working on it. I think that's the biggest thing. I want to see who's working on it. But give me the Invincible. Give me that show already. I want to see that show.
True. That's true.
They're supposed to see a trailer soon. That's
really?
also on Amazon.
When is that? Where? That's Amazon.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's animated.
So I'll try to ask for that one as well. All right, moving on to the second topic. Zach, you and I were talking about this as it was coming out. You sent me the rumor, and then I was going to reply to you, and the confirmation came out. Aldis Hodge has been cast as Hawkman in Black Adam. The Rock was the one who officially announced it on his Instagram. He made this post. There's this really funny story about a personal call that The Rock made to Aldis Hodge. Zach, how you feel about this piece of casting, and how much more excited does it make you for Black Adam?
Okay, so one awesome pick for Aldis Hodge. Thankfully for him, I'm really happy he got it, because I know there was rumors that Skarsgård was like the main contender, and yeah, he'd be good. I mean, there's nothing against Skarsgård. He would have been good, but my thing is like, that's a typical choice. That's like a fan cast. You know what I mean? But Aldis Hodge is awesome, and this makes me go. Someone said, how do we know their whole Justice Society isn't going to be African American?
That's true.
So I think David Oyelowo, man, as Dr. Fate is more of a likely contender now. And I'm going to say this. If David Oyelowo becomes Dr. Fate, there's no way in hell The Rock did not see our tweet about that.
For sure.
There's no way. There's no way. He saw that and he goes, that's really outside of the pick. You damn right no. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm just saying it could.
Nor will we get a shout out if it does.
No, but I loved Hodge in Invisible Man. I loved him One Night in Miami, and he's gonna kill it as Hawkman. I seriously just do not see how he couldn't.
Yeah, I agree. Aldis Hodge is an awesome actor. I loved him in Invisible Man too, and there's a reason why he was walking around shirtless. People, he's no slouch. That dude is yoked. As they usually say. But the first time I came into contact with Aldis Hodge, because I've known him for a long, long time, there was this show that started about 10, maybe 12 years ago. In fact, let me check, because there's this now not very, but old show that Aldis Hodge was one of the stars. Okay, so it started in 2008. It ended in 2012. I don't think I ever saw the ending, but they're called Leverage. It's Aldis Hodge is in it. Timothy Hutton is the main guy. It was a really fun show of this bunch of thieves that gathered and then did the wrong thing. Because they had hearts of gold. So that was my first contact with Aldis Hodge, and seeing how far he's coming now. He's headlining a superhero movie, playing Hawkman. I'm super pumped as well, man. Cannot wait for this. And every time The Rock talks about Black Adam, I get more and more and more excited. So it's a night for me, for sure.
Nighting for me as well.
Alrighty. Moving on to our third topic, everyone. This one came in as a surprise. I did not expect, and it's not even the most unexpected topic today, but there's a Conan the Barbarian live-action show being worked on at Netflix. With the success of Game of Thrones, of The Witcher on Netflix, it's no surprise they're betting more on this sword and sandal fantasy type show. Zach, how are you feeling about a Conan the Barbarian show, and anyone off the top of your head who you'd cast as Conan?
Two things. One, can you make the screens rectangle? I like it when it's a rectangle.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I usually do.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. I like it as a rectangle. It just looks.
No, I like it
spooky.
too.
It's
I like it too. I
October
just
1st.
completely
See little
forgot.
Sam next to me. Second, I've never seen Conan. I've never seen any of them. Never seen any of them. I've played the games, surprisingly enough, but
I never played the games.
So I don't have much fight in this, but I will say this. I know they were always trying to get a Conan the Barbarian with Arnold nowadays. I tell you that. I guess technically I've seen part of the first one, but because I've always been intrigued with like bringing him back into the role. I'm going to tell you this. I hope they do. I hope this is more of a continuation than it is an actual just reboot. If it's not, then I'm sure it can still stand on its own 2 feet. I've heard the Jason Momoa one's garbage, though. Is that true?
I enjoy it more than most. It's not a very good movie.
Okay. So, I don't have much fight in this. Just give me the show. I hope it's good. Do we know who's working on it?
No, not that I could find. At this point, it's just Netflix wants it. That's it.
Well,
no, it's weird because I believe right now I'm behind everything, but I believe at this point Conan is part of the Marvel Comics. But what do I know?
Is he?
Yeah, last time I checked, it was in this series called Savage Avengers. Yeah. That's odd. It's an odd mix, but it's true.
Star Wars is technically Marvel too now, I guess.
True, but you don't see Star Wars characters with the Avengers. But anyway, I'm interested in this. It's probably because we just talked about him, but I could see Alexander Skarsgård in this role.
Alexander Skarsgård? Really?
He's tall, he's ripped, he can get big. I'm not saying he's my number one. It's just off the top of my head. And again, because we just talked about him, but he'd be a good pick, I think.
Not bad. But you know who I want? You know who I want?
Go ahead.
Guess who I want?
Give me a hint.
I'm just gonna tell you. I want Chris Evans. I want Chris Evans to do something
Wes
fucking
Conan.
different. I want him to do something fucking different. A lot of people will say Hemsworth or something like that, but I want Evans in this role. I think Evans
Hemsworth before Evans.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I typically would too, but
I mean,
there's just something.
How much more does Evans need to bulk up? He's already Jesus. He's already pretty bulked up.
Ooh. Pablo Schreiber or Luke Evans would kill the role. Both of those would kill the role.
Ooh, both.
I think I'd prefer Luke Evans. I prefer Luke Evans as an actor, but I'd probably go Pablo Schreiber because he's younger. I believe, at least. Let me see. Luke Evans' age. Luke Evans is 41. So not too old, but he could play it. He could be a part in it. Maybe Conan's father.
Age.
How old?
Okay, you know what? Pablo Schreiber is 1 year older. So forget what I said. I'm eating my words. Luke Evans, it is.
Hey, and just so everyone knows, we're getting Pablo Schreiber in the Halo show. He's playing Master Chief.
Oh, that's right.
Which I'll fucking say this right now: if the rumor is true that he takes his mask off, I won't like the show. I will literally criticize the fucking show. I will literally.
Does he not take his mask off in the?
We've never seen his face.
Okay.
We've never seen his face in the game. We've seen him like take it off, like, but you don't. See his face.
But then you see him from behind or something.
Yeah. So I will say this. I will literally say this right now. If you have even filmed that Showtime, go back and reshoot it. Because you won't just piss me off. I'm not even the biggest Halo fan. You will piss every fucking Halo fan off because it's like a big thing. You're not supposed to. I remember even in the game, like the new studio handling it was rumored to take his mask off, and everyone's like, no, we don't need it. That's what's also.
Don't you want to see his face at one point? Like I don't mean in the show specifically. I mean just in the game.
Oh, because the emotions around him, the emotion like that you carry is from around him, the characters around him, and especially like his voice. Like his voice is so iconic for me that like, I mean that's another thing. Is Pablo Schreiber gonna do the fucking voice? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's different, completely different thing. But yeah, no, I can knight this topic to be honest, but I'm not sold on it yet. I'm not sold because for all I know they could get Emmerich to do this show, and
that's true. I agree. I'm interested because I like the character, the mythos of Conan, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm super excited yet. I'm just intrigued
for Conan.
Oh my god! All right, everyone, and now our fourth topic, and this is where you get your exclusive review of the first Borat from Zach Pope, who, by the way, so time difference is a thing between us. So I was already asleep when he sent me this, but I woke up.
Am I able to show that scene that I sent you, or no? Do you think it'll get taken down?
Good question.
It'll get taken down.
It'll probably get taken down. But if you've seen the original Borat, you know what the funniest scene in the movie is. It's the hotel scene. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching the debate, and I'm like, this is terrible. So I said, I'm gonna go watch fucking Borat. It's just, you know what? It's coming out. It's probably good. I don't even think it was announced that it was coming election day, but I'm like, this film's coming out anytime soon. I just need to watch it because for people who don't know, I have seen bits and pieces of the film, and actually, even watching the movie, I have seen the whole thing. I have not the whole thing, but in particular, I've seen generally the whole fucking
most
thing.
Of it.
Literally, the few things I hadn't seen. I hadn't seen the full hospital, I hadn't seen the full hotel scene.
Okay.
I hadn't seen the Pamela Anderson stuff at the end, and I hadn't seen like one other thing in them. Oh, the bear. I didn't see the bear stuff.
Oh my god, the bear.
But or the like prostitute. So I saw a majority of it all split together in different places, but I never watched the full thing. But like my friend George is the biggest Conan fan. or a Baron Cohen fan. He has a giant Dictator poster on his in the back of his bed. Loves the Dictator. We've seen the Dictator together. We've seen Brothers Grimsby together. We've seen Bruno together. And Borat, like, we're planning on watching Borat 2 together because, like,
yeah,
I mean, we have to. So Borat 2, man. Or Borat. Okay, so it starts, and I'm like, this is fucking hilarious already. Like, this is just a great movie.
Yeah, my name is Borat. I like you. I like sex. It's nice.
It's just perfect. And the way it builds up, and the way he goes there, and like the feminist group he's talking to.
God,
so fucking funny. But really, dude, I was dying, I was laughing, I was smiling. But when I got to that fucking hotel scene, everything changed. Because he walks out and he starts like going off to the magazine, and it just starts. And Cohen needs to. First off, how the fuck was this film nominated for Best Script? I have no idea how this film was nominated for Best Script. It's a great script, but like all these voters seriously nominated this film.
Yeah,
like that's what baffles me. Like, they saw this scene and said that's an Oscar-winning scene.
Yes.
Yes, dude. Because when he sat on his face and goes, "I want you to eat my ass," I fucking died. I died.
He sent me a video of that scene. He was wheezing. He was losing his shit.
And it was like towards the end of the scene too. Right? Like, I sent you towards the end of the scene. Dude,
you sent it when they're leaving the room itself, and then they go to the press conference.
And it's like they're in the elevator, and it's like these people don't get it. Like, these people don't get it. And then it slows down just a bit, but it's still funny. And then when it gets that Pamela Anderson stuff, and he tries kidnapping her, I fucking died. And I read about that. She was in on it. No one else was. None of her guards or security. She was in on the joke.
Okay.
And their security. So when the security tackles him, they legit thought he was some fucking creep.
No, because that's his policy. He doesn't like pranks. He doesn't like people being in on it. He tries to stretch a ridiculous situation as far as it can. And I already
will take it.
Yeah, and I already recommended it to Zach, but anyone watching, Who is America is streaming on the United States on Hulu. Check it out. Hilarious show. The balls on this dude to go to people and confront them on their beliefs and ideology.
Is he playing Borat?
No, he plays several different characters, new characters. It's not Ali G, it's not Borat.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy who's an ex
it's called What's Up America?
Who is America?
Who is America? I might start watching that.
There's like 10 episodes because the show is over. They didn't renew it for a second season. And once you see it, you can see why.
The fat suit one. That's the one that he's in Borat. That's the same one.
Oh, it is.
It looks kind of the same.
It's similar. But... Yeah, the blonde one. I know. Yeah, it's similar. The very first episode. Yeah, that's the very first person he interviewed, first episode. He then we watched yesterday episode 3. They're not in on it because that's his policy. He can't have people knowing it's him. And by the way, stay tuned. Don't move on as the credits start because there are post-credit scenes.
Okay.
So in the first episode,
so is it like Between the Two Ferns?
It is.
Is it
kind of that? It's not always like interviews. Like, he plays one of the guys he plays is an ex-Mossad officer, and he's trying to bring counterterrorism methods to America. So he goes to NRA people, that sort of stuff. The scene I watched yesterday, dude. You won't believe how far this guy goes with certain people. He got Ron Paul on episode 3. So you can imagine how that goes. But yes, Borat 2 is coming out. Amazon Prime, October 23rd, right before the election, the week after the trial of the Chicago 7 comes out. So this dude is in for a very sweet 2 weeks. Zach, you've seen Borat. You've loved Borat. How excited does it make you knowing it's already here, basically and seeing that we talked about earlier on the show.
Man, dude, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. And to put this in perspective, I love how it opens up because he's walking around and people are like Borat.
Yeah,
it's smart because he's gonna have to have a disguise because the truth is Borat is an iconic property. People know who Borat is. And that's the thing is it's hard to get away with it. So I like that he's taking the disguise because now people won't recognize him as easy, because he transforms. mean, Bruno, Borat, Ali G, completely different people.
You can tell he's a great actor just by those.
He's great. I mean, did you watch that spy show with him on Netflix?
I haven't, but I really want to because I didn't watch it because it came out. I don't know if it came out at the same time over here. It came out at a weird
time. It came out at a weird time.
Over here, it came out during LFF last year, and I thought it was a movie at the time, but then it was a show, so I was like, okay, I'll put it in the back burner till after the festival, but then I just never got to it, but I really want to see it.
Dark Crystal too?
No, I had no excuse with the Dark Crystal. I probably was just catching up with other stuff. And
what if you knew that your one viewing of it, like your one stream, would have saved it? Like it would have put it over.
I would have watched it for sure, dude. It's not like I don't want to watch it.
I know.
But right now I'm watching Who is America? I'm watching Euphoria, and those are two pretty.
What do you think about Euphoria?
I'm really liking it thus far. I'm on let me see. I think tonight we're going into where am I? Tonight we're going into episode 6.
Okay. So that's a show that's so funny. I watched the first episode and fucking loved it, and then I just didn't watch the next 5. And my girlfriend was watching it, and she goes, "How are you not watching this show?" So then I binged it, like literally leading up to the finale. I binged it, and in one day, so I could review the finale. And I mean, I love that show. And it's so funny because I fucking hate that director's first film. I hated his first film, Assassination Nation. I hated his film.
Oh, it's the same guy?
Same guy. I thought it was directed brilliantly. I hated the script.
Okay.
Which same thing. I think the weakest part about Euphoria is the script. I think the weakest part of Euphoria is the script. But he also is doing that film, the one they filmed during quarantine, the Zendaya and John David.
Oh, he's the one who's doing that.
Yeah, he directed that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's
I'm really
awesome.
interested. I'm really interested, man. So I think we're knighting Borat 2 for sure.
Oh yes, we are. Of course we are. It's nice.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Very excited.
Right. Our penultimate topic, ladies and gentlemen, breaking last night. I didn't even need to see what it was. I just got a message from Zach on Twitter, and the little notification, it said, Zach had texted, there she is. I'm like, it's Miss Marvel. It's Miss Marvel. And I open it up. It's Miss Marvel. Newcomer. It's opening her name. Iman Vellani, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, it has been cast as Miss Marvel. Newcomer completely. I tried to find any information about it. There's not.
Account.
She has a letterbox, of course. That's already become viral on Twitter.
Yeah.
She doesn't have IMDb, so there's very little things me and I think Zach as well can tell you about her. But
she's never been in anything. Never been
in anything. But very young.
Nothing.
Very young as we expected. A teen Miss Marvel. That's who will follow in the show. And Zach, you and I called it. It's going to be a newcomer. It's going to be someone nobody knows, and I'm excited. How about you?
I am, not knowing anything. It's tough to even say anything, but we've talked about it before. I wasn't the biggest Miss Marvel fan. None of her comics really ever intrigued me. The character never intrigued me. That Avengers game completely changed my point of view and shift on that. I think she's an interesting character, and it's actually made me go back and look at other comics with her. I fucking love her. I literally love her. And I think this is probably, I'm going to say this right now. I think this is going to be my favorite Disney Plus show.
Ooh.
When it's all said and done, I think it will. I bet I'm gonna love Moon Knight because Moon Knight's one of my favorite heroes of all time. I mean, look, Moon Knight's up there in the corner. I love She-Hulk. She-Hulk's up there somewhere too, and I even got Miss Marvel somewhere up there. But when it comes to her powers and the Bad Boys directors, dude, they know how to film action. I'm just saying it right now. The first time she does the high five thing just forward, I'm gonna fucking scream. It's just. I can't wait to see what they do. And I'll say this, I bet Brie Larson's in the show. Just for one episode. I think they'll have Brie Larson, and I bet she'll be in the movie. I bet she'll be in Captain Marvel too as well.
We've heard that, haven't we? Like confirmation that the character will be in the movie. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. Super. I'm not in love with her as you are after the Avengers game. It was never a character that interested me particularly, like to read her comics. But I followed New Avengers and the Young Avengers, the moments where she teams up with Nova and Miles Morales. And I've read a lot of comics where she's in, just never her solo run. And I've always enjoyed the character. It was never someone I wanted to follow specifically and personally, just her, but a character that I welcome every time she was on a team up or something. So super excited. I still say it's the show I'm least anticipating, only because I'm very much anticipating all of the other ones. Maybe She-Hulk is there too, though now that has gone up with Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah,
but
and the showrunner too.
Yeah, but it's MCU, so I'll be watching that day one or even day zero if I get screeners for that.
So I have my thing with this. When do we get Moon Knight? I think 2 weeks from now. I think 2 weeks in 2 weeks we will know who playing Moon Knight, because they're supposed to film in November. That's still like it's the only out of all these shows, the one that's not filming this year is She-Hulk. That's the only one that's not filming this year. Hawkeye's supposed to film this year, Miss Marvel, and this. So Moon Knight, 2 weeks, you think?
It's gotta
maybe less.
Maybe less, but
I think we get the directors this week. I think we can find out who the showrunner, or do we know the showrunner? Let me go see.
It's the guy. It's the guy from Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah. So okay, so you know what? I wonder if he's directing it. Let me go see. Okay. There's no director yet on it.
No director, huh?
No. So with that known, I think we get the director sometime this week. And then I think we get the casting next week, which I'm still with you. Oliver Jackson Cohen.
Oliver Jackson Cohen, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to be Moon Knight. Hashtag that all over.
I see a lot of people saying Keanu. Trust me, I'd love Keanu.
Same. If they cast Keanu, I'm all good.
But if they're going a little bit younger, this is the guy to go.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of, I'll tell you two things because they're supposed to shoot in November. Number one, either they delay it, or if they don't, I can guarantee you they already have an actor. They just haven't announced it yet.
Oh, because to be honest, I bet they've had all these actors for a while.
Yeah, 100%. That's always the case. I'm just saying, if they want to start in November, at this point, for sure they already have an actor.
So I have a question for you, and this kind of goes to this. So Tatiana Maslany, pretty big actress. I mean, they don't really need pull for that. I'm sure Mark Ruffalo will be in the show. Now going to Miss Marvel, they're gonna stack big actors around her. You would assume, right?
They gotta
to bring people, or at least one or two. Could we get a Dave Patel? Could we get a Because are they gonna really bulk it up with a lot of that culture in there?
They gotta have her family. That's for sure. I'm not even saying they gotta have the culture, but they gotta have her family. Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm just wondering who they're gonna. Okay, never mind. I need to see. I need to look into the origin of one of the characters. Also, Moon Knight. Do you think they go big actor, or they think they go semi?
They want a Keanu Reeves type, and even before saying I want Oliver Jackson Cohen, I was like, who's a Keanu Reeves type? Because when they said Alison Brie type, and granted, Tatiana Maslany is not an Alison Brie type. Not saying that's a bad thing, just saying I don't see the connection there. Like when they said Alison Brie type, I was like, okay, I can see the Alison.
I think they mean physicality.
I agree, but even looks like who is, even the physicality of Keanu. Who is a Keanu Reeves type actor? Like the guy from The Raid.
To be honest, Shia. I think Shia. If Shia did action films, I think he would be like Keanu.
I agree that he's a great actor. I just don't see him pulling off badass. Like, did you see the tax collector?
I do. But also the tax collector was not his fault.
I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't. I'm just saying he tried to be badass there, and
Okay, I still want Jackson. I don't think it's gonna be him. Never in a million years have you and me been right on a fucking fan casting. You know?
No, we have not. No, or were we? No, I don't think we were either. I'm sure someone in the chat, if we have been right, I'm sure someone will.
Like let's just say this: Dr. Fate, David Oyelowo, Jackson for Moon Knight. I feel like there's one more that we were like really looking forward to.
Anthony Starr as Norman Osborn.
Anthony Starr as Norman Osborn.
Dan Stevens as Eobard Thawne and John Hamm as Sandman.
Hey, Dan Stevens would be a fucking awesome Moon Knight, though.
Yeah, I agree.
He's in that Disney family, Beauty and the Beast.
He is, and he just did that was technically Fox, but I guess Disney now.
Call of the
Wild.
His terrible performance in there.
I don't think he was terrible. I think the role was terrible.
No, I thought he was fucking awful. I thought he was god awful. I fucking hate. Like when he showed up, I'm like, oh, Dan Stevens, oh my god. Yeah, and then I'm like, and then I literally was like, close your mouth, just stop.
Just who
you were literally killing this.
What? Karen Gillan. When I saw Karen Gillan, I was like, Karen Gillan. She doesn't even less than Dan Stevens.
Oh yeah, terrible. I like that movie, but terrible.
I like the movie.
Knighting Miss Marvel.
Knighting Miss Marvel for sure.
For and man, I can't imagine how many people they went through to find this casting.
For sure.
So I want to know the casting director who casted her, because I know they have a couple, but I'm curious on which one it was.
Yeah, same. It's probably the one who does all the Marvel movies. She's probably doing further shows as well. I wouldn't I wouldn't say that's like an obvious choice, but I'd say I wouldn't be shocked if we found out that the same person is doing casting for the shows. All right, everyone. Moving on to the last topic, still on that Disney family. The most shocking news of the year came out. I mean, that's not a good thing to say.
And confusing.
Yeah, confusing. But
can I do this one real fast? I need to say how this came out. I think I sent it to you first, right?
You sent it to me. I can't remember what I was doing, but I'm like, okay.
So fuck that disgusting films page, because there's a parody one. And I never know which one it is. So I saw it was Disgusting Films. I'm like, okay, is that the real one or not? So then I clicked on it and I saw it was, and I'm like, and I had to take a double take. I'm like, what? Seriously? Like, so then I started seeing Variety, Deadline. I'm like, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
This is absurd, which is weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I've told you, I don't like the original Lion King live action. I think it's boring. I think it's terrible. Original animated, give me all the money. I am more excited for this one for many different reasons. Barry Jenkins, 100% the biggest reason. Beale Street Could Talk should have been nominated for everything. It's his best film in my opinion. I think it's better than even Moonlight. You know, I love him as a director. I love what he's doing. And, you know, The Lion King, great story. But I just think no emotion. And to be honest, I think Disney's going to take that into perspective. I think they're going to take the criticisms into perspective. And that's why they hired him and not Jon Favreau to do it again.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in the story. From what we understand, it's not going to be the second Lion King movie.
No, it's not going to be Simba's Pride.
But I really want them to do Lion King 1.5. That would be...
Oh, that'd be amazing.
If he did Lion King 1.5, I
don't know if Barry Jenkins would be the guy to do that one, but they already talked about that it's going to be a prequel of sorts. They said it's going to be like The Godfather Part 2 of The Lion King.
So let me tell you this: who says Timon and Pumbaa can't narrate?
I agree. I just don't think they can possibly be in the story. I really don't want that. That's and I'm a huge for the 2019 Lion King. I'm in that minority, but that one I don't see working in live action. I'm perfectly fine with.
I want a new thing. That's why I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't want them to touch on and do the same thing over.
Because when you sent me that, I was sitting on the couch. I was watching something that I can't remember what it was. And I opened my Twitter messages and I'm like, Barry what? Then I go to the feed and everyone is talking about it. And I'm like, oh shit, this is real. This is like real. They're not only doing Lion King 2, but they got Oscar winner Barry Jenkins
To do it.
directing. It's shocking in so many ways, but the good type of shocking for me. I am as surprised as I am excited. Maybe I'm even more excited than I am surprised. Just happy we're getting a sequel because the 2019 Lion King is awesome. Not as good as the original animated one, don't get me wrong, but I really loved it. And yeah, I cannot wait to see this. Which, by the way, Zach, when do you think we'll get this? Because as soon as the Jungle Book live action came out, we got the announcement that they'd make a second.
We never got it, but
and
we never got
4
a
years
director
later
for that. We never got a director for that.
No, they said Jon Favreau was coming back for that one.
I'm sure Jon Favreau went, hey, how about we make a Lion King instead?
He also said, hey, I got the Mandalorian now, guys.
Yeah, so, which is maybe a reason he's not doing the second one.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think we get it 2022.
2022. All right.
2022, end of it, like towards November.
Okay. I'm going to say 2023. I'm going to go 1 year behind you.
You think May? 2023? Well,
yeah,
remember they did
May. I would say around the same dates as the other one came out because it made over $1 billion, Zach. It made over $1 billion. They usually like to keep dates that do $1 billion.
Okay, so let me read this because remember all those Untitled Disney live action films?
Yeah.
Okay, so Untitled Disney live action films, March 12th, 2021. That is still supposed to be one. This date is rumored to be for Pinocchio. May 28, 2021 is rumored for Little Mermaid. Oh wait, this is
May 2021? Those are getting pushed back, that's for sure.
Yeah, wait, give me 1 second. Someone fucked up. Someone didn't do these right. Okay. Little Mermaid. Okay, why can't they just give me the fucking normal? Like, why is it so hard for every website to just show, you know?
Yeah.
All upcoming Disney live action. Okay. This is from Rotten Tomatoes from this year. Okay. All right.
Rick's Reviews is shouting out the same date I was about to say, so shout out
July
to him.
2023. Is July when the first one came out?
Yeah. I think July 16th, 17th, something like that.
I'm tired of these fucking ads. You guys are about to hear me start saying a bunch of F words. This is fucking stupid. This is
as long as you don't say the C word, a la Billy Butcher.
I love the C word. I actually said that in my review on accident, and I didn't bleep it out. Hey, I got monetized. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, on the season review, I'm probably gonna say it too.
So we are getting Cruella de Vil, May 28th,
That's going to Disney Plus.
No, it's not. It still says theaters.
I know it says theaters. I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be shifted to Disney Plus.
No way. I don't think so.
I'll be happy to be wrong, man, because it's Craig Gillespie who directed I, Tonya. It's Emma Stone.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's doing it?
Yeah.
Dude, my excitement for that film just went fucking like that. Because I didn't care at all for this film other than Emma Stone. But the fact that I know he's directing it, up.
Like, I'm 99.9% sure it's him. Let me double check, but it's him. Craig Gillespie.
Damn, that's amazing. Okay. This is dumb. This is literally okay. So Little Mermaid is December 17th, 2021.
Okay,
officially
that one
right
can still make it.
That one, yeah, because they filmed parts of it. They filmed parts of it, not a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then April 8th, 2022 is Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio.
Okay, that at this point for sure can still make it.
Tinkerbell is May 7th, 2022. The Tinkerbell movie that they just announced or did. I'm more excited for the Peter Pan and Wendy one with David Lowery.
I am too, because it's David Lowery. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
August 12th, 2022, there is a live action film with no name to it. That could be it. It's
Mhm.
also rumored that could also be the Aladdin one that they've announced.
Oh yeah, because they did that one. They didn't announce a director. I think
Did
that one they didn't
Aladdin
announce
hit
that.
$1 billion? Did Aladdin hit $1 billion, or was it super close?
I
Let's look.
think it
Aladdin.
was super close. No, it
Nope, it
did
hit
hit
$1
a
billion.
billion.
Fucking
It
hit
did
$1
hit a
billion.
billion because it was the first Will Smith movie to hit $1 billion. That was the whole headline.
Yeah, that's crazy. November 4th, 2022 is the Snow White.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess 2023 looks to be probably the date that they're gonna go for.
Yeah.
Because but I will say it probably won't be May because they do have two. They have a Marvel film in the beginning and then one right in the beginning of June.
Yeah, so July.
July 28th is still Guardians of the Galaxy 2023.
Ooh, so they probably don't want maybe beginning of July,
Maybe
like
July,
very
maybe
early July.
Maybe July,
Yeah.
unless we get a Spider-Man film that year.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I'm more excited for this than I ever would be. If they would have just announced this with some other director, I wouldn't have been excited for this.
Okay, if it was Jon
whatsoever.
Favreau coming back, you wouldn't be excited?
No, not one bit.
Hmm.
No, not
All
fucking
right.
all. I want him to do that Kingdom Keepers movie that he's talking. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah.
That's
The Magic
movie
Kingdom
that-
movie. Yeah.
Do it. I've read the book. Do the fucking movie. The movie's like literally this could be their next Avengers. You could literally bring in
Wow.
Angelina Jolie to play Maleficent because she's the villain.
Ooh.
You could literally have
That's cool.
Kingdom Keepers, if they keep it alongside, it's pretty much these kids who get stuck. They decide to sneak into Disneyland after dark, and all the characters come to life. You could have
That's
Lily
awesome.
James come back as Cinderella. You could have, the
Yes,
Mulans.
please.
You could have, and say this. You could have Pixar characters in there. You could have cartoon characters in there. You could do two different choices. You could do the live action versions, or you could do the straight up Roger Rabbit. It's something
Ooh, that's cool.
do. And I would love it. I would fucking love it. But yeah, imagine, dude.
Honestly, I'd go the Roger Rabbit route because I just love to see the original designs coming back.
Personally, for me, I would too. But let's be honest, what's going to sell more money? Angelina Jolie is Maleficent or the cartoon version of Maleficent?
I agree, but what if they don't bring Angelina Jolie and others back?
Yeah, then they don't. That's my way of being, but that's a guaranteed $1 billion. You know what I mean?
No, I agree, man. I agree.
It's just like a typical idea. As long as the movie doesn't suck, the movie's guaranteed to make at least 800, right? At least 800.
I agree. I agree, man. But Lion King 2, Barry Jenkins is at the helm. Last question before I ask you if United are sent into the dungeon. How about songs? Are we getting new songs? Are we getting music at all?
I also thought about that. I'm going to be honest. I think I do not remember 2 really at all. Are there songs in there? Are there new songs?
2 has some really good songs. 2 just has one song that I really do not care for.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I won't be surprised if they do bring elements in from 2 because 2 is kind of beloved. But I would just assume they're going to do new songs. So do they get?
I agree.
Do they get Elton to come in and do it?
Elton John and Tim Rice, baby.
Yeah.
And Hans Zimmer with some new music.
Do you think they do?
Yeah, but
I'm going to say this. I do not believe Barry Jenkins would be doing this film if he didn't think he could do better than the first.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
What if it's better than the original?
I'm going to say they make it. No, it's not. I'm going to say. I was very quick with that answer.
You don't know that, though. You don't know that.
I do. It's not better than the original. I'm going to say they keep it a musical. Maybe there's not as many songs, and it's not like the Lion King is overbloated with music, but I'd say they keep it a musical. How about you? What's your bet?
I think
Final bet.
I think they'll keep it too. I'd be surprised if they didn't.
All right, and are you uniting this decision of Barry Jenkins directing The Lion King 2?
Yes, for now.
All right.
I hope he's writing it too. They didn't say anything about writing. That's my one.
No, they did not. You're right.
I hope he's still writing it.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, everyone. Those are all the topics. Let's move on to your Twitter questions.
No, I got the rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire. My bad. I forgot. We're still moving on to your Twitter questions. Let's just get through the rapid fire. Go ahead, Zach.
Okay, rapid fire. Darth Bane Star Wars project in the works. Still rumored. No one knows. They're planning either a series or 3 movies.
I'm in. Knighting.
Yep. Who do you want to play? Just top of your head.
Tom Hiddleston. I don't know.
Oh, I have Tom Hardy.
Ooh, that's better. That's better.
Moon Knight casting one in Reeves type guy. I mean,
yeah, Knight.
Spider-Man remaster details. There's a couple of things in there. Switching the actors, the face model at least, not the voice actor. The graphics look fucking amazing too.
Yeah.
Are you knighting this or not? Let me say this. It grew on me. I watched the stuff. I watched the footage. It grew on me. I get why they got him. It looks way better. It's gonna be different, but honestly, give it a year and we'll be fine. Ren?
Can I send this one on its way home? Because I don't care. It makes no difference to me what he looks like. Like the graphics themselves are better. You can't deny that. It's just the design itself. It's particular to someone's taste or not, and it really makes no difference to me as long as the character is still the character.
Okay. Yep. That's fine with me. First look at Chadwick's last project.
Oh, super excited, man. Super. Nice. I'd be excited anyway, and I wish I could be excited knowing he still had more projects after that, but now it's even more important.
The Samurai one. That's still the one I wanted the most.
I agree.
I mean, this is a big night. I think he gets nominated. I think him and Viola get nominated. I mean, just looking at those pictures alone, I don't see the film being bad. Like, I don't see it being okay or good. I think this film's going to be great. I think it's going to be, and I won't be surprised if it premieres at AFI. I think AFI is going to be the festival it premieres at.
I keep forgetting AFI, man. Like, for me, the last festival
I apply for press every year to that thing, and I didn't apply this year.
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting. For me, the last festival is the London Film Festival, because TIFF has already happened, Cannes, Venice, etc. And then I keep forgetting about AFI.
Let's see. Cyberpunk 2077 series with Reeves in the works at Netflix. That's a night for me.
Yeah, I'm nodding it. I'm probably not going to play the game, but I'm super intrigued by this world. Because it's a shooter. I'm just not good, and I get no pleasure.
RPG. You don't have to do shooting. You can choose what you want to do, man. You can get a fucking samurai sword coming out your hand if you want to.
All right, I'll try then.
Wait, you ever play Deus Ex?
No, I haven't. It never attracted me.
You can play the newest one. If you ever can, try the newest one. And if you like that, I think Cyberpunk's gonna be a way bigger version of that play. M. Night's new movie starts filming Old.
Intrigued.
This is a big night for me. I love the synopsis for this.
I haven't read the synopsis. I just saw the poster.
Do you want me to read you it?
No, I thought you had just sent me the poster, but I already seen it, so I never got to reply.
Here, let me find it real fast. I'll read it to you.
Maybe it's already on IMDb.
It was kind of leaked out. I don't think it will be.
Oh.
It's because it's rumored that he bought a graphic novel. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So it's about this. It's a graphic novel called Sandcastle. It's rumored he bought the rights to it just to use the main concept.
Okay.
Sandcastle follows a group of 13 people who aren't able to leave a mysterious, secluded beach that hides a dark secret involving time, which is referenced on the old poster. The graphic novel is described as an existential horror story about the inevitability of the death that plays like an episode of The Twilight Zone or Lost. And adding in there, the only difference that he has is that they're stuck on the beach, but they find a dead body.
Okay.
And there's a supernatural thing to it.
All right. I'm intrigued, man. It's Shyamalan. He has disappointed, but I'm still very much intrigued about his project. So
me too, man. Me too. Also, a year from now, the Batman will be in theaters.
Woohoo! Let's go. Hopefully. All right, everyone. Is that it, Zach?
Yeah, that's it for rapid fire.
Yeah. All right. Let's now officially move on to your live questions. Thank you so much, Rick's Reviews, Dominican Scott, Deep into the Film Score for being here. Favorite social network scene since 10 years old? Zach, you go first.
I've never seen it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I've seen the film. My favorite scene's when Garfield walks in and starts fucking yelling at him. He should have been nominated. He should have won. I mean,
I agree with
flip flops.
I agree with favorite scene. I don't think he should have been nominated, only because to me he wasn't going to win anyway.
I think he would have won.
But yeah, I agree with you. Deep into the Film Score. Happy 30th episode of the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who has supported us up until now. Dominican Scott asks, have you guys seen The Breakfast Club? Of course. You're going to wish your detention was...
I'm guessing he's asking, would we wish if our detention was with those teenagers?
Yeah, sure. I would.
Whatever.
Zach?
Sure. Why not?
Deep to the Film Score asks who should be Moon Knight. Oliver Jackson Cohen, ladies and gentlemen. He played Luke in Haunting of Hill House.
I'm with you on that.
Yes. Rick's Review says he cannot get into Umbrella Academy so far.
My friend said the same thing.
I personally got into it right away. I didn't love it right away, but I got into it right away. So keep thrusting, man. I mean, if you're 3 episodes in and you're not enjoying it, just move on. I can't blame you there. But I personally really love the show at this point.
You gotta also be in the mood too. Let me say that. You also gotta be in the mood. Like, there have been many shows that I've started and I didn't like it initially because I just wasn't in the fucking mood to watch it. But later down the road, I got in the mood and I watched it and I fucking loved it. Like Game of Thrones, big one. I wasn't sucked into it initially, and then I came back to it and watched it and I fucking binged the whole thing.
All right. Dominican Scott asks, are we getting a prequel to Game of Thrones? At least one we are.
Yeah, the Targaryen one.
Yeah, the Targaryen one. Yeah, which was also a Targaryen one.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they'll cancel this one too. SPC Bird is here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Go to Austin's channel, everyone. SPC Bird. He had me and Andy King on his channel hyping up the season 2 of Mandalorian, and we'll probably be doing coverage of the episodes weekly when it starts coming out. So go to Austin's channel and give him some love from Geeks of the Roundtable. Deep into the Film Score asks, favorite GOT season? Oh, sorry, I forgot to answer Austin's question. Thoughts on Annabelle show versus films? So, love The Silence of the Lambs, of course. I like Hannibal. No, I think Hannibal is all right. I really like Red Dragon, and I think the other one, like the prequel one that I'm forgetting the name of, is ambitious, but it doesn't work fully. The show I never finished. I only watched the first season, unfortunately. Zach?
Only seen Silence, love it. I want to watch the show, and yeah.
All right. Deep into the Film Score. Favorite GOT season? It's the best season, season 6.
I think we've talked about this. 4.
Yeah.
4 is my favorite. Just because that one's like Tyrion's my favorite character, and that season is pretty much about him. Plus Oberyn's in it, and Oberyn's one of my favorites. Who is your favorite character though? I mean, for me, by the end, it was the Hound and Arya. Those were my 2 favorites.
I'm very cliche. It's Arya and Jon Snow.
Good picks.
And Tyrion and Daenerys, as surprising as that is, are also there on up.
Maybe we do a top 10 Game of Thrones characters for a main, like the next time we don't have a main topic.
We should.
I'd be down for that.
All right, Real James is here. Being here, James. James is a guy that only needs the ceremony to be a knight, because he's a huge fan who I met through Zach, and he's always here whenever he can. And we just need to get him on the show to officialize his knighthood. So let's pray James can make it. He cannot wait for One Night in Miami. I'm watching it next week.
I already saw it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Guess what else I saw? I saw Nomadland. I've seen Pieces of a Woman.
Yes,
Fuck
you did.
you.
I know.
I still haven't finished Haunting of Bly Manor, though, if that makes you happy.
No, because I've already seen that too. So I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I don't.
I have one episode left.
Oh, you still haven't seen the finale?
No, I'm waiting on the girlfriend.
Okay.
We're gonna finish it. We're supposed to finish it today. So
all right,
we will see.
that makes sense. Zach, can you rank the COD games before Cold War releases? So not here, but making a video.
No, but I guess I'll kind of semi-announce it on this. I have a Blu-ray haul coming up today, but I kind of announced something in there that I'm planning on doing. I am gonna make a video game channel, like just specifically for video game stuff. And it's more of just gonna be me having fun. Like it's not like my main channel where I post like a fucking video every single day.
Yeah.
This video game thing is literally, if I'm playing a video game and I just want to stream from my PlayStation, I'm gonna stream from my PlayStation. If a trailer comes out, I'm gonna react to it maybe. It's more of just something for me to have fun with.
Mm-hmm.
Ranking the Call of Duty games. I'll tell you this, I probably won't. Maybe I'll do a top 5. Maybe I'll do a top 5 to be honest. Maybe I'll even wait till the game comes out. A lot of people always want me to rank stuff before stuff comes out, but what's the point? Because then you're just going to re-rank it if you like that game so much. But I won't do every Call of Duty game, mainly because there's too many. And I have not played all of them. I've played a lot of the newer iterations of them. So if you want my top 5, I'll give you it right now. My number 1's Modern Warfare 2. Number 2 is Black Ops 2. Number 3 is World at War. Number 4 is probably the first Modern Warfare, and then 5 is Black Ops 1. So there you go. I'm more, when it comes to Call of Duty, I'm bigger on the zombies mode. Like that's literally all I play. Like every Black Ops mode, I've probably put like over 30 days into zombies. So there you go.
All right. Alrighty then. Zach, this one's for you as well. Thoughts on I'm guessing Minecraft being in Smash Bros.
Yeah, they announced today that Steve from Minecraft, Enderman, Andrew, and the zombie are all coming to Smash Brothers. I saw it coming a while ago. I knew this character was going to come in eventually. It's literally one of the most iconic pieces of video games in the 21st century. So I'm excited. I think his movesets looks cool. I think everything about it looks cool. I don't play Minecraft as much as when I did when I was younger, but definitely I'm in for this. But what a fucking miss. Crash Bandicoot 4 comes out tomorrow, and you don't fucking announce him? Come on. What the fuck? I'm not joking. I think we have 5 more characters, and I think they said that they're done supporting this game. Who is not one of those 5 characters. I'm a fucking freak. Like, how do you not get the most iconic fucking hopscotch player? That's more iconic than, like, that's as iconic as Mario. Like, there are like 5 characters that are missing from Smash Brothers that make it perfect. You got Banjo and Kazooie. Awesome, you did that. You got Crash Bandicoot. You got Spyro the Dragon. You got Conker. You got Jesus Christ. I literally typed up the whole list on Twitter yesterday. But those 3. Oh, Sackboy. I'd even argue Kratos should be in there. I'd argue Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. You have these other characters. Master Chief, Doom Guy. You got those ones too. You have this great relationship with Microsoft. I mean, they're letting you use Minecraft. They own Minecraft. Just fucking give me someone. Stop doing these fucking, the Arm from Toy Story characters, No, give me Crash Bandicoot. That's all I ask. Maybe I'm being a fucking selfish baby because I love that they put Banjo in there, but give me fucking
the man his Crash Bandicoot.
I'm not joking. Like, I'll be pissed if we don't have him. I want to know the reasoning for not having him. I know why we don't have certain characters because they've said that they just couldn't get the rights to him. But come on, you can get Crash Bandicoot. Come on.
All right. Rick's Reviews asks, like, is it even scripted? I saw this question coming in as we're talking about Borat. Borat doesn't have a script. I'm guessing they have a treatment of like what's the topic that Borat is talking about with X people or X group of people, and then Sasha
like a documentary in a sense.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just improvs his way because like he knows the topic he wants to talk about, so that he goes just with the general idea. Who America is the same thing. All right. SPC Bird says, Ren, we should ask Zach if he'd like to be on our review series. That'd be awesome. So Zach, Austin is hosting a review of Mandalorian on his channel for every episode. So like supposedly every Saturday he'll gather a group of people with me, and he wants you in it as well.
If I'm not working, I will. I'll tell you that right now. If I'm not working, I will. But usually I stay up till midnight, watch the episode, get up, do my review, and go to work. So we will see. But if I'm not at work, yes.
All righty. Sounds good. I hope Austin is still watching. What's your expectations on Hellstrom? No idea. It's a property I honestly know nothing about,
but I don't want to.
Yeah, I it's a property I know nothing about, so I'll check it out for sure. But no idea what to expect. Zach?
You know what? I was gonna ask for the screener for this, and I just don't give a shit too.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be the best Marvel series. Watch. That's what's gonna happen. It's not the reason I don't want to though is because it's not getting a second season. Like they've canceled everything else surrounding it. It was supposed to tie into Ghost Rider. I just don't give a fuck. I really don't.
You're right. It's
and that's
tough,
what sucks.
It's tough to care. It's tough to get invested. Stuff like
we're still getting that MODOK show for Hulu though.
Oh yeah, we are. That's very true. Jacob Hubbard asks, it is Halloween month. What are your guys' plans for Halloween? I'm reviewing all month long of scary movies. I mean, no plans. What's the point of having a plan if you can't go out? So yeah, I don't have a plan. Probably stay over and watch an early screener of a horror movie that's coming out on Netflix, I guess, if I get one. Zach?
I don't know. I had reviews planned, but honestly, I'm just like really tired.
Yeah, but in terms of like having fun, like something to do besides doing a review for the channel.
Oh my god, the new Mandalorian poster just dropped.
It did? Oh, yeah, I ran out of battery on my phone. Send it over.
You want me to bring it up? Bring it up? Sorry, Jacob. This is too beautiful to not.
Here it comes, everyone. Get ready. Breaking news. I love that we always have breaking news on the show. That's gotta be the show.
This poster's so fucking cute.
There's always breaking news.
This poster's so fucking cute.
Is it Baby Yoda?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love it already. I haven't even seen it. Oh, it's not Baby Yoda.
No, he's in the glue. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he is. You're right. Ah, cool poster, man.
I love it.
I dig it.
I love it so much. I love it. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at the little baby. Who's your little baby?
Oh my god. Looks amazing.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, no plans at the moment, as we're probably not gonna be allowed to go out. Maybe go to the cinema. Maybe there'll be something. Maybe they'll play The Exorcist over here, and I'll watch it for the first time on the big screen.
Funniest movie of all time.
No, it's not, Zach. That's probably Borat. Now that you've seen it.
No. Tropic Thunder is the best movie. My favorite comedy of all time.
I still have a tie from my favorite comedies of all time. It's between The Big Lebowski and Hot Fuzz.
Oh my god, both great films. And The Exorcist is up there for me too. Some guy commented on my letterbox a couple days ago because I have like my favorite comedies of all time in a list. Why is The Exorcist in there? So I commented back. I said because I think it's fucking funny. It's not a funny movie. It's a scary movie. I don't give a fuck what you think. I really don't. I think it's hilarious.
The disrespect.
Dude, when she crawls down the stairs backwards, I fucking die every time.
It's one of the scariest scenes ever.
Dude, I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Fucking creepy.
I thought it was so funny.
All right, Deep to the Film Score asks, what is the worst live action remake? Either Alice or no, Alice 2 is way worse. Alice 2 is ass.
I like the first. I'm going with
I don't like it, but I don't see what the hate is all about. Like
let me tell you this.
It's a just below average movie, but the second one is
sorry, Ren. Not including a sequel because I'm gonna go a little bit different, or else I would choose that one. It's either Dumbo or The Lion King. Sorry, Oh,
I
you
know.
know what?
I don't
Maleficent's
accept
pretty
your
bad, too.
liking it. Except Dumbo. I didn't like Dumbo.
Dumbo is fucking god awful. I saw that on my birthday too. Talk about fucking disappointing.
Dumbo was boring as fuck.
Dude, boring as fuck is an understatement.
True.
It was like watching paint dry.
Yeah, kind of. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, when you guys were kids, did you watch Totally Spies on Cartoon Network? Please, yes or no? I know what it is. I never like followed it. I must have watched one episode once, maybe as I was waiting for something else to start. It wasn't on Cartoon Network on my area, that's for sure. But I know what it is. You watched it? You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
want
sure,
a
why not?
live action movie of that? Oh, we have it. It's
Um,
Charlie's Angels.
No. Charlie's Angels sucks. Not the remake. I like the remake, but the other ones.
When you guys fall into a deep sleep, do you remember a moment when that happens? No, I never remember it, and I kind of like it that way.
The monster under my bed just comes out and grabs my feet and just says, "I'm gonna fuck you right now," and I say, "Okay," and then I fall asleep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Rick's Reviews asks, do you guys think there should be a GOT movie that could be like an epilogue to the series, like El Camino as to Breaking Bad, maybe just to focus on one location instead of characters like Tyrion? If there was like the specifics of the finale of Game of Thrones, I don't see the need for such an epilogue. But if there was one, and I wouldn't be against it, I think seeing where Tyrion ended up, he'd probably be one of the least interesting characters to follow. So probably Arya would be the most interesting, or with Jon Snow second to that. But even Jon Snow, like he's living beyond the wall, that's it. With the White Walkers gone, I don't see how interesting that could be. But yeah, probably Arya. I think Arya
Agreed.
would be the most interesting one to follow. But do you see at all the interest of such an epilogue for Game of Thrones?
I can in the future when
Okay.
it all kind of goes back to normal, I guess, when the fan base isn't a piece of shit.
That's true.
You know?
Deep Film Score asks, thoughts on Cobra Kai, Best Karate Kid thing? Zach, go ahead.
I loved it. That's all I'll say. Everyone should watch it, please. It's amazing. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Right now, I'm actually trying to buy an exclusive figure right now. The Cad Bane Star Wars figure just went up.
The what?
And I need it. The Cad Bane Star Wars figure just went up.
Oh, nice. Colin Williams is here. Thanks for being here, Colin. What's up, fellas? Watched Aliens for the first time yesterday. That's awesome. I liked it a lot more than Alien, which I thought was kind of how dare you, sir? Alien is not boring. Shut up, Zach. Don't speak.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
You worry about your Cad Bane figure. I'll keep reading. Aliens, however, was great. Aliens or Alien for you guys? This is one of the questions, much like the David Fincher Fight Club or Seven thing. It depends on the day you ask me. Today I'm gonna go Alien, but
Sorry.
Today I'm gonna go
figure's
Alien.
going for like $300 online.
Well, fuck that.
Yeah, look, I'll share it. It's the Cad Bane. It's Cad Bane and Toto.
The box is awesome.
Yeah. But so like you can buy it. So like literally Toto's worth like $50. This is the only way you can buy Toto is through this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And literally I had the dude as we were doing this, I like something reminded me. I'm like, I should check if he went up for pre-order. And literally he went up the second I looked.
Yeah. Zach, I know you're gonna say Aliens, right?
No, I'm gonna say Covenant.
Okay. I like Covenant. I like Covenant more than most people.
It's the better Alien come out of both.
Yeah. Now, to me, it's either Aliens or Alien, but today I'm feeling more Alien. Maybe if you ask me tomorrow or on Sunday, if Zach does a Q&A, maybe I'll go with Aliens. But I love both movies. Zach, you probably, I don't know if you, I for sure can't answer this one. You probably can. I'm not sure. Thoughts on the city Pittsburgh?
It's my favorite football team plays there.
Oh, it's the hometown of Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. That's what I can say.
There you go.
SPC Bird asks, best Ewan McGregor performance outside of Star Wars. It's his best performance overall, I believe. Train Spotting, easy for me. Mark Renson, choose life.
Honestly, dude, I loved him in Doctor Sleep.
He's awesome in that. That's not a bad choice at all.
Yeah, I mean, that might be my favorite one. Train Spotting's great though. I mean, I never saw the second one, but I love the first one.
Dude, you gotta watch the second one. It's really good.
Is it? It's just like one of those movies that came out, and then like I was like, oh.
No, I know it wasn't a big hit over there, box office, but it's really good. Like, I'm not saying it's as good as the first one, but the first one is magnificent. It's perfect. The second one is really, really good. It's anything except the movie you expect, especially being one of those sequels that comes out 20 years later. It's the last expect that movie to be, especially with the subject matter. Colin Williams writes, launching the first episode of my new podcast this Tuesday. Congratulations. We'd love to have you guys on at some point. Ask away, my friend.
Just let us know.
I'd love to be a part of it. And my new podcast, I'll be making more announcements about it after LFF. So when it ends, so late October. No. The announcement right now is that you're my first guest. You'll be my first guest, and that's
I want it now.
I don't have anything to announce right now.
I don't give a fuck. Announce something.
Zach Pope will be the first guest on Origin Story, my new podcast, which will have no effect on the scheduling of Geeks of the Roundtable.
But I want it now.
You want the podcast that you want to start now?
Yeah, let's start it right now.
No, we don't have time because I got to watch some LFF movies that I already have available. And tomorrow I'll have tomorrow, unless there's an embargo on it, which I don't think there is, but tomorrow there will be a spoiler-free review for the finale of The Boys and my first LFF review for Mogul Mowgli, starring Riz Ahmed. It's not the drums one. I really want to see that movie, by the way. But it's not that one.
I know. No, I know. I wonder if my VPN will work.
Ooh. Let's go. Favorite comedy or underrated comedy? So we just talked about our favorite comedies. Shut up.
You want me to keep ruining everything for you?
No, Zach, I don't. I don't ruin anything for you, so don't ruin anything for me. Or I will ruin Soul for you. That's right, bitch. I held the power now.
Well, fuck you. I don't care what you do.
I will spoil Soul for you. I will spoil Soul
What
for you.
What are you going to spoil that he dies?
I don't know. Whatever there's a...
And we're just saying right now, I don't know if he dies or not.
Me neither. Not at this point. Okay, so underrated comedies. That's a really tough question.
Game Night. Game Night is one of the best comedies I've ever watched. Tag. I love Tag.
Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
That movie's underrated. Dogma. That's a great Kevin Smith
Pop
film.
Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
100%. Palm Springs, I still don't think gets enough love.
That's true. I agree with that.
Neighbors 1 and 2.
Ooh, those are good. Those are good. I agree.
This is the end.
The Neighbors 2 have any right to be as good as it was.
Dude, I agree with you. You know what movie also didn't have any right to be as good as it was? 21 and 22 Jump Street.
That's right. Especially 22. I like 22.
Ryan, can I pose a question to you with this?
Yes.
What is your favorite classic comedy? Old school, like before the 90s.
Tough to go against Blazing Saddles or Robin Hood Men in Tights. No, that's already 90s. That's already 90s.
Mine's Monty Python's and the Holy Grail.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? Holy Grail, Life of Brian, Meaning of Life, anything Monty Python, really. So yeah, those are a few underrated comedies. Alrighty. Colin Williams, Hot 20 is worse than Lion King. I hated Mulan 2020 garbage. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I agree. I agree 100%. I don't hate either. In fact, I quite like Lion King. But yeah. Zach?
I hate both of you. Mulan is literally like cinematography, everything is so much fucking better than that piece of shit Lion King. It's at least different. It's at least fucking different. It's at least fucking different. If I want to watch the Lion King, I'm gonna watch the fucking original.
Yeah, but you can't improve on the Lion King. That's why you do the same. Mulan, you can improve a lot on, and they just didn't. Jacob Hubbard, I hate that Disney plans trilogies and shows / spinoffs to the movies. Whatever happened to just making one movie first and see what happens from there? Perfect example, Joker. Well, I don't know if it's a perfect example because they clearly want to make a sequel.
Can I just say, let me add something to this. Every movie you see is made for money.
That's true.
I will tell you this right now. If it wasn't for Phoenix, there would be 3 different Joker sequels greenlit right now.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe at this point, the second one will already be releasing on HBO Max.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. I hate, I would love for them to just make one movie, one and done, that's it. But that's, for me, when you're developing a movie, if you love characters so much, you'd want to continue that story, see where they go. I mean, think about one and done films. I mean, what would you say is a one and done film, Ren, that didn't need a sequel, and then they made a sequel, and it was really good?
Trainspotting.
There you go. What's another one though? Because I haven't seen that.
Good question. I mean, Terminator didn't need a sequel.
That is true. And the second one's the best film of all time. They didn't even plan to make a second one. They didn't plan it.
No, they did not.
And then even when you do plan trilogies, I mean, and this is the thing, I think a lot of this goes to, people hate, a lot of people don't like the direction that they took with this new trilogy for Star Wars. People also got to remember the original trilogy was not planned whatsoever.
No,
the issue with the Disney trilogy, this is the biggest issue, guys. The biggest issue is they were reactionary. That's their biggest problem.
Yeah.
And that's what was the problem with DC too. They were reactionary. They're like, okay, a majority of the fan base didn't like Last Jedi. That's not true. To be honest, fucking trolls didn't like Last Jedi. But when you talk to normal movie-going audiences, I had a friend who doesn't fucking like Star Wars at all, and she works as a manager in a movie theater. So she has to test films the day before they come out. So I remember she texted me 2 days before Last Jedi came out and said, that's the best Star Wars film I've ever seen. She goes, I do not like Star Wars, but I fucking love The Last Jedi. And it got me more excited. And for me, I don't care how they went. Whatever. It's fucking here. I accept it. I don't like how they do the prequel trilogy. There's stuff even I would change about the original trilogy. Let's just fucking be honest right here and there. Not everything. Not everything, Ren. But just tiny, tiny, tiny details. Tiny details. But that's the thing. I don't know. I don't hate it. I just do whatever they want. Just give me a good story and a good movie. I mean, to be honest, this Taika Waititi movie they're making, you damn right know behind the scenes they're probably planning 2 of them. They're probably planning 2 more of them. So
for sure.
Yeah. All right. So, but I get what you mean, Jacob. I get what you mean.
Tyler Van asks, thoughts on the Black Cauldron? I just watched it and actually really didn't like it. I have a funny experience with the Black Cauldron because I have a lot of friends that come to me when I talk Treasure Planet is and not over here like in the on Twitter. I'm saying people I know personally and follow my channel, granted, so I'm very thankful for them. I talk about Treasure Planet is the most underrated Disney movie, and they're like, and Black Cauldron too. And when I talk about Black Cauldron with them, it's clear, so very clear, and it's valid, not judging or criticizing anyone for this, but it's clear that the people who love Black Cauldron, they only love it because they loved it in their childhood. Because it's not a very good movie. It looks beautiful. The animation is great, especially for the time, and it's very dark for a Disney movie. especially at the time, but it's not very good. Zach, do you have anything to say about the Black Cauldron?
I like it. I think it's underrated. It's not one of my favorites though.
All right. Alrighty. Hang on. We had a jump. Are there any remakes that you dislike so much that you think it's an insult to the original? That's a good way to put it, because when people say it ruins the original, I don't agree at all. Like you can't touch a movie that already exists. But it's an insult to the original. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this because the original is not that good to begin with. It's not a good movie, but I just didn't hate it as much as anyone. The Boy 2 is a fucking insult to the Boy.
I've never seen it. After you told me about it, I just don't care to watch it.
And I say it's
I
an
like
insult.
The first one.
I say it's an insult because it is the same director and writer. Imagine you do something, you establish that entire movie, and then you do that. Like if you've seen Brahms' The Boy 2, how do you destroy the one thing you're supposed to love? The one thing that it's like your baby. And I don't know how the guy did that. That's the one that comes to mind. I'm sure there are many others, many other examples, better examples of that. I want to get into this one. SBC Bird says, answering your question of older comedies, Young Frankenstein is awesome. Colin Williams, Pop Star is a legit comedic masterpiece, a comedy that has no business being as good as it is. Instant Family, very funny and heartwarming. What did you think about Instant Family, Zach?
I interviewed the director. It's my first big interview.
That's right, you did.
And I really liked Instant Family. To be honest, I walked in going, the guy who made Daddy's Home. Okay. And I didn't know he wrote She's Out of My League, which I love as a comedy as well. But I liked it. I really, really, really liked Instant Family. I thought it was fucking cute. Not a masterpiece for me. Not anything. But it was pleasant surprise. Very, very pleasant surprise.
I went to watch it at the time. At the time, it was an early screening. But when I say early, it already had been out over there in the US for the longest time. It came out very late here in the UK. So I went to an early screener, early for the UK. Went to watch it with Bruna at the time. She loved it. Like, she really loved it. I believe at some point she teared up. I thought it was cheesy as hell, man. I didn't hate it. I really love Mark Wahlberg. I really love Rose Byrne. I think Isabella Moner, or Merced, as she likes to be called now, is a very bright young actress. I thought that was one of the cheesiest movies, and not for the better, that I'd ever seen. But yeah.
Hey, fair enough.
Colin Williams, Return of the Jedi as major. How dare you, sir? That's the best movie in the original trilogy.
The tone in your voice was so pissed when you read that.
I am pissed. That's the perfect movie in the original trilogy. They are all perfect in the original trilogy. But the Return of the Jedi is the best. Don't you dare criticize the Last Jedi. The Return of the Jedi, Colin. All right, Jacob. So with me reviewing movies this month, I want you both to pick one horror movie for me to review, possibly The Exorcist.
Not The Exorcist.
Pick one. Come on.
The Babadook.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. SPC Burns says, let's at least agree that the original trilogy is the best, and it's what started our love for Star Wars, no matter what form of Star Wars you like. It all started with the first three. Amen to that. Amen to that. That's very, very true. All right, Zach. Least favorite animated Disney film?
Fuck. I don't know, because I don't watch the bad ones.
Oh, you don't watch the bad ones?
No, I mean, if I heard it's garbage, I don't watch it.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Oh, I have an answer right tip
What
my
is
tongue.
it?
Chicken Little is fucking garbage.
I don't
I
hate it.
hate
I don't hate it.
Chicken Little
I
with
don't.
a passion, with a
I
very
don't hate
close
it.
second worse.
Wait,
To
when was the last time you watched it though? Did you hate it as a kid? Because I watched it when I was super young. I haven't watched it since. I'm sure I fucking hate it now, but I liked it as a kid.
I've watched it since I was a kid, because I watched it when it came
Okay.
out, and even as a kid, I was. So it came out in when did Chicken Little come out? Was it 2005?
I'll
I'm
look it
pretty
up.
sure it was
I'll look it up.
2005. Chicken Little. 2005.
2005.
Yeah. So I would have been. It probably came out during the summer, so I would be 12 at the time. Even at that time, I did like it.
I don't
I
honestly. I guess that's one of my least favorites, but Home on the Range as well. I guess that one too.
Home on the Range gets my second spot. That movie is fucking awful. All right, everyone. Let's do three more very, 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 very good questions. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to rant about what Colin has to say about Return of the Jedi. So we are just going to introduce a love triangle in the same movie where it's revealed that 2/3 of the love triangle is related. The movie has serious plot holes. They do not introduce the love triangle in that movie. They just introduce the fact that Han is jealous, but Leia is not in love with Luke ever, so it's never a love triangle. A love triangle is when you have two guys in love, the same type of love with one girl. Luke loves Leia as a sister during their entire movie. Luke is never out to get Leia as a girlfriend, so that is not a love triangle. Boom! Return of the Jedi is awesome. Okay, someone is drilling something on the wall. I hope nobody can hear it.
I can't hear it.
You can?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. Good then. Okay, so we got two of the last ones, so I'm hoping we get one more really good question. Tyler, do you think the Wachowskis are more good or bad filmmakers? Bad. They've made one good movie. One. How many movies have they made? Hang on. Watch out.
3 Matrix films.
They made Speed Racer. Okay, granted. Let me. No. The Wachowskis. Hang on. So they've made Bound, The Matrix 1 through 3, Speed Racer, Cloud Atlas, Jupiter Ascending, and Sense8 is a show, so let's not count that, especially because I haven't seen it. So 7 movies, and they've made one good one. Though, let me say this: I haven't seen Cloud Atlas.
Isn't that their best one though?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
No, but even without Cloud Atlas, 6 movies, they've made one good one. One for 5 is not a good batting average, I'd say. All right, let's go too deep into the film score. What's so good about The Boys? It's how it creates this magnificent parallel with its world and our world, but instead of having just literal celebrities, it has superheroes. It criticizes the pedestal in which we put celebrities. It criticizes corporations and fights the big men, and it does it all with such charm and quirkiness and just no shits given attitude. I love The Boys. Zach?
I mean, you stole every word from me. I really like it all, man. I really do. So I think adding in there, I love the allegories to our world.
Yeah. The characters are also very good. I just love the characters, and the performances are wonderful. Because something that I come to appreciate, especially during this season, is that even knowing fully how much of a C-word Homelander is, when he's like playing the part of good guy for the cameras, even I watching this show, I'm like, this guy is so charming. Mm-hmm. Even though there's this part in my head that's like, he's not. You don't trust him. Don't trust him. He's evil. Yeah.
I totally agree.
Let's get to. While we wait for one last question, let's go with this one because I won't be able to answer it. Jacob Hubbard asks, who has the most Blu-rays, Zach, Ren, or me? I have 1,181 Blu-rays. Zach, how many do you have?
I have over 1,200.
Oh, okay. So you have the most, probably.
Somewhere around
I don't
there.
have my Blu-rays here. I don't have my Blu-rays in London. I have a few Blu-rays here, but like 5 or 6, something like that. But I can't count them right now. Go check out my last Blu-ray collection video that I did like in 2018 at this point. But all right, let's wait for one last final question to end it all for today, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah, let's wait.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Let's do this. Let's do this. And stay tuned because LFF is starting, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss all the amazing reviews, hopefully amazing, that I got coming. I'm already looking at the official website for the press screenings. Woo! Let me see if I can already play this because it says 11:15 a.m. tomorrow. Can I play this? Oh,
Try
okay.
it.
It just goes to a countdown clock. So that makes sense.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I don't even know what this movie is about. All right, so I'm going to read, while we wait for the last question, I'm going to read everyone the synopsis of the movie I'm watching tomorrow. Although his cutting lyrics speak provocatively about identity politics, so already interesting, it is not until Zed, Riz Ahmed, returns home after 2 years on tour that he is called by his real name, Zahir. But it is the vulnerability of illness, of his decreasing mobility, that brings both focus and fragmentation. Memories and hallucinations merge to the beat of Qawwali music, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and are haunted by fervent apparitions of a masked figure conjuring the unspoken specter of partition, which looms large in his father's unspoken words, further bruising Zed's ego in his nemesis RPG, a young rapper whose face tattoos and crass lyrics bewilder him, both a pain to the importance of cultural heritage and a sharply observed reflection on muscle memory. The richness of Tariq's achievement lies in the details of his heady mosaic. Whew. That's interesting. Really short. All right, let's see. Ooh. This is good because everyone knows about how you and I feel about Man of Steel. Is like, if you did a tournament of Marvel and DC shows and movies, who would win?
That's interesting.
So for me, Endgame would probably win.
Guardians for me would win.
But Man of Steel would be in the finals.
Would it?
If not semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like I only don't put Man of Steel above Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
The first Avengers, Civil War, and Infinity War. Apart from that, I put Man of Steel above every other MCU movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And that is it for this week's Geeks of the Roundtable, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching us once again. Zach, what are you doing in the near future and what do you have coming up?
I am going to be covering Nightstream Film Festival since I can't attend the London Film Festival, even though I was approved. Super stupid, but whatever, stuff happens. So I am going to do the Nightstream. I just got my schedule right now for all the films that you can watch as press and all that, so I'm pretty excited.
Alrighty, and you guys stay tuned for my channel for all the coverage of LFF Film Festival. I'll be going out to the actual cinema for some movies that are exclusive to it, including Soul and Ammonite, or Ammonite. I'm still not sure how to pronounce it. And tomorrow I have my spoiler-free review of Season 2, Episode 8, the finale of The Boys Season 2. Next week, when the episode comes out for everyone, I'll be doing a spoiler review of the entire season. And then I'll be finally reviewing Season 1, which I never got to review. And of course, stay tuned for Mandalorian reviews when it starts, and hopefully even sooner, as well as I'll also be watching Over the Moon very soon with an early screener. Thanks to
I just got that too.
Yeah. So stay tuned for all of those, and thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Zach, for joining me once again. And so until the next video,